Dear friends, welcome to the Moscow office of Ebenezer Fund. Here Jews who have decided to make Aliyah, to go back to the land of their ancestors, can get help. Here they will be provided with minibuses to go to the airport along with their numerous luggage on their departure day to Israel. Their travel expenses will be paid here if they came to Moscow by plane or train. We are at the Domodedovo airport in Moscow. Despite the pandemic and the closed border between countries, hundreds of Russian Jews make their Aliyah every month here. And this is a real miracle of God. Every Jew who comes back home has their own story of making a life-changing decision to return to Israel. Today, we will tell you one of these stories. It is absolutely unique. When an infant, Lada was diagnosed with a terrible, extremely rare disease, SMA, spinal muscular atrophy. From that moment, all her muscles stopped developing, followed by their slow stagnation. She can't stand and sit, but also even breathe and eat properly by herself. According to statistics, people with such diagnosis live no longer than 5 years. Lada is already 19. And although she weighs only 16 kilograms, she is truly a hero. Of course, this is a great merit of her mother, who completely devoted herself to her daughter. Lada has big plans and high goals. One of the seemingly unreachable goals is to make Aliyah to Israel. We talked about this and many other things with Lada when she arrived to Moscow. We have such a meeting today. These people are Lada and her mother. The first time we met was in November 2020. Lada is Jewish by her mother, but there were very few documents to prove her roots, and she came here for the council appointment. She lives more than 1,200 kilometers far from Moscow, and she needs to travel all this distance lying on her back. They came here and visited the consul. He said that some more documents were needed, so they also drove back 1,200 kilometers. Then during all winter and spring they tried to get documents that allow Lada to go to Israel. Lada, could you please tell us why it is so important for you to go to Israel?
Для вас так важно поехать в Израиль?
Потому что это моя родина. Я должна быть там.
Because this is my homeland. I should be there. I should live there. I have a lot of friends there waiting for me in Tehran AT University. I know a lot of students there. They know me too. I even help them with their homework. They really want to meet me and continue to discuss work and studies there. Moreover, a lot of IT companies there already got job offers for me.
Плюс ко всему там очень многие IT-компании меня уже зовут на работу.
And what is your job?
I'm a website developer.
And how did you get this qualification?
At the age of 14, I just realized that I wanted to do this for a living. I earned the money myself.
You earned the money yourself.
Yes, I created 2 websites, earned money and bought a professional course at an online university. I studied there for a year and got my qualification this way.
You are a hero for sure. Does your mother help you in any way?
Yes, indeed. Basically, she helps me with everything.
Well, does she inspire you somehow?
Sure. She motivates and inspires me when I start to get discouraged. There is no way without it.
You are such a strong person, and I can't even imagine how discouraged you can be.
Well, sometimes sadness can overtake.
You are already going there. You are already have a place to work.
Yes, not even one.
Not even one.
Yes, because I have developed a special technology for Israeli websites. When you translate them into Hebrew, well, I mean, when you enter them, they are in Hebrew. And when you translate them into Russian, they drift very much. I have developed a special technology that makes them handy to use so that the side pages are turned over conveniently and there is a right side development of sites.
Can you imagine? A person has received a qualification. She is now in demand in this field in Israel and develops websites independently, which are very in demand too. But when we looked at Lada, we see how God blesses His people. Could you please tell me, do you think they can help you with your health condition in Israel?
For me, accessibility is important first of all. Coming to a cafe, for example, to hang out with friends, so that there are ramps and elevators to use. Moreover, in Israel, such people are treated well. They do not look at you somehow with dislike, but on contrary, they want to meet you, help you, like open a door, for example. This is important first of all. And as for health condition, of course,
Do they promise anything there?
we need to come and see. I don't know yet, but I'm sure that yes, because Israel cares about its citizens.
Lada, you are such a person that I'm sure you will achieve a lot. People who have serious health problems do not get visas easily because Israel understands that all this will fall upon the state. We also know that another war has just ended in Israel and still they gave you visa and you are going there. It's great. Finally, the day came when Lada's dream came true. We brought her mother and she to the Domodedovo airport. Lada really wanted to have trip to Israel happen by June 25th, on her birthday. She was told that was impossible, that all the seats on the nearest flights for Alim were already occupied. They promised only the end of July, and it was unlikely too. We tried to comfort her, but she just smiled in response. I am flying on June 25th. Lada made her Aliyah on June 27th. She did the impossible. On June 28th, I texted her in WhatsApp. How did you fly and get settled? Her answer was very brief. Thank you. Everything is fine. Mazel tov, dear Lada.
Счастье чувствую.
I feel happiness. I'm just finally going to my country. This is actually something so indescribable. There are not enough words to describe it.
Непередаваемое нечто. Даже слов не находится это описать.
Cool.